Just to fold out windows.
I'm gonna push that nigga window.
Okay, so I mean, there are a lot of underrated staples like Book of Moon. I don't like Book of Moon anymore.
What?
I don't like Book of Moon.
When you Book of Moon an Exceed monster, doesn't it lose its Exceed materials?
No. It does not.
Book of Moon is useless.
Book of Moon is useless. I don't like Book
I
of Moon.
threw one in, I think, one of my decks. I do not remember, but I remember I was like, Book of Moon, that helps sometimes.
Book of Moon is helpful, but I don't...
It can stop an attack, it can stop an effect, it can, like, change a battle.
Mind Control is a good staple that a lot of people don't really play.
I used to use a
Mind Control is only good if you're a smart player and you know you can steal your opponent's shit and actually plus off it by
That's what I'm saying, yeah. That's the only way that card comes in.
The only other way it's good is if you take your opponent's thing just to get your opponent more bare, where you can just strike them for game.
That's what I'm saying. I can see you using it because you have decks like your Alien deck that takes monsters, and then you have your deck that your Kinsellas with the can adjust levels. Well, you can take their monster, adjust their level. Like you can use it to your advantage. I don't have decks like that, so I think that's probably why I don't use that card. But most other cards, like since I basically run an anti-meta deck.
You've always been anti-meta, and I've always been the creative type that I would always like to
that's what Underground stands for.
Anti-meta and creativity. Yeah.
And my deck doesn't lose. Unless sometimes I draw bad hands.
That's the thing about you. You're like... I'm not going to lie, my Frog Monarchs has actually been giving me, like, all, like... fucking high levels, and I'm like, don't do this to yourself, man. Don't do it. It's not your deck's fault. It's just how the deck is.
And then my thing is more or less, I mean, I've been winning a lot, though. I've been winning a lot more.
Try to think of like more staples. Compulse is a great staple.
Compulse is,
Mirror Force is a good staple. Bottomless is a good staple.
I mean, like, more or less...
The more normal staples that most people play at Monster Reborn Heavy and Dark Hole.
I'm not talking about... I love my anti-meta staples.